All right, good day, everybody. Welcome back to True Crime Loser. How you doing? Sounds perfect. So I'm still working on my next Rocky Rambo video, but I wanted to do a quick video today about some absolutely hilarious and terrifying and fascinating footage to come out of CHAZ last night and early this morning. So CHAZ, I haven't talked about it on the channel yet. It is the autonomous zone or occupied protest. Basically, for my international people, a chunk of Seattle, Washington has been taken over and the police have been kicked out. It's a police free zone. And as you can imagine, it went from like a music festival, hey, woo, and then some people were mad about that. Like, this isn't a festival. We have work to do. This isn't, a lot of people treated it like, yeah, we're in CHAZ, baby. And then people didn't want it to be called CHAZ, wanted it to be called CHOP. And to be honest, the whole thing has been incredibly fascinating. But as you can imagine, by kicking out the police and in about a week, it went from the Summer of Love Music Festival, woo, free food, baby, to one of the guys in this video that I'm going to talk about he goes, this is a war zone, dog, or something like that. So there's been shootings 3 or 4 nights in a row. And one person has been dead. I think 3 have been shot that aren't dead. But anyway, it's just kind of turning into a complete nightmare. But last night, totally insane, a streamer was in there by the name of Shanghai. So his handle is at SHAWNGUI. So this guy's doing the streamer thing. It's a fascinating ordeal. So there's a lot of people in there taking pictures and streaming, obviously. So he's in there doing his stream thing, and I'll link the video in the description, obviously, so check it out. But he's in there streaming, and then you hear a gunshot or a firework or something. It was treated as gunshots. And so you see him, he ran and fell and scraped his hand, but the video picks up with him crouching behind a concrete barrier, being like, holy crap, you guys, I'm filming. He sounds like a pretty nice guy. He's just like, okay, there's shots, everyone's running around, I scraped my hand, this is crazy. And he's in the distance of the stream, you can see people running, and it's chaos, and there's, you can hear people screaming, medic, 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 just running, and it's chaos, and he's sitting there, and he's like, oh, God, I want to leave, but my bike is over there. And then someone comes up to him and is like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, nothing. And he was like, I'm trying to leave. And the guy goes, no, stay put. So you have to get told what to do by just some guy. Like, all right, sweet. And so he's saying, like, I'm scared, I'm shaking, this is crazy. And then some guy, I don't know his real name. I think he's going by Oscar Freeman maybe that's his real name. But so Oscar comes up and just takes Sean's phone, just goes, give me the fucking phone. The fuck you doing? And I think Oscar thought that Sean was like planted or something purposely to try to get the violence, which would prove that the Summer of Love and the autonomous zone isn't quite what it seems. So he didn't want that footage to get out, so he takes Sean's phone. Give me your fucking phone. Well, the first rule is if you steal a phone, make sure that it's not streaming, and also make sure that you don't immediately film your own face in the stream. And so now, Oscar, his whole goal was, we can't have this footage getting out. This is CHOP, we can't have the realities of CHOP. It's new, so they probably are saying that we don't want everybody thinking this is just total anarchy and craziness. And so he took the phone, but the problem is he doesn't know it's filming. So now he takes the phone that's still streaming and he pretty much walks it all around in the inner circles of CHAZ, and you get to hear everyone, you get to hear his buddy saying, this is a war zone. And you get to hear Oscar say, like, oh, yeah, I took this guy's phone, and we need to delete the footage. We need to figure out who he is. No one knows who he is. And then finally, he gets up to I think the head of security in CHAZ, which is a guy that goes by the handle of James Madison. And he's famous for his green mask, AR-15, and a tan bulletproof vest. So green mask, and so he is the guy. So Oscar brings the phone, still hilariously just streaming there's something funny about, like, all right, we're taking this guy's phone. He was just crouched behind a little cement block 4 blocks away from anything that was actually happening, just going, whoa, people are running. And then Oscar, because he didn't want anyone to see what was actually going on, takes the phone and then walks it to all of the private conversation and spots. And so, like I said, he gets up to James. He's got the mask. He's holding his AR-15. He's got the bulletproof vest on. And they're just delusional and paranoid, and it's hilarious. He goes, says something like, I took this phone, and we don't know who it is. He was filming the shooting or whatever. We got to figure out who it is. And James, the green face guy, James Madison, he's looking at the phone, all official, and he goes, shit, this is the default wallpaper. This has been recently reset. It was planted. And that, like, oh my God, it has been reset. It's a plant. They're onto us type of voice. And it's like, what are you talking about? You guys are delusional. It was some Twitter streamer crouching behind a cement block trying to leave. I just love that line. Oh shit, it was planted. I've been using that all around my house. Like, I bumped into one of my house plants, and I was like, oh my God, this is the original soil and pot that it came in. Shit, it's been planted. It's a plant. So he's sitting there going, oh my gosh, it's a plant. Yep. Wait a second. They're getting Twitter messages right now, updates. So imagine watching Sean stream live. You're watching it live in just, there's a million CHAZ streams and footage or something, but say you're watching it last night, and then all of a sudden there's the gunshots, and it's like, oh man, this stream's getting wild. And then the phone gets taken by some guy, and then you're all of a sudden in the inner workings of CHAZ, and then you're staring straight at both of these guys' faces while they just go, huh? I think it's still streaming. And he goes, oh no, look, it's still streaming. We need to turn this phone off. And then the footage cuts out. But unbelievably fascinating footage. And then the James Madison green mask guy, he tweeted at like 5 a.m. being like, you could look it up. It's James Madison activist on Twitter or something. But it was like a 3-part tweet saying stuff like, I made a mistake. People do that. We couldn't have that we didn't want that in the mainstream media, but that was a mistake. You don't suppress journalism, or, pretty much just a total absolute nightmare. And there's something funny and terrifying and fascinating about it, but I'm going to link the footage of just the stream, and it's worth a watch just to see how quickly it went from, they had a food co-op and the garden, and like Vice did a video a week ago, or maybe a little bit more than a week ago, and it ends with there's like a concert and everyone's dancing, and someone goes, this is our chance to do society right, to do it right. And I've never seen the people in Seattle more happy. And then it cuts to like a concert footage of people dancing, and that was a week ago. And shootings, and it's just nuts. Anytime you open a vacuum, the craziest dude with the biggest gun is going to fill it in, and I think that's what we're seeing in CHAZ. But hopefully everyone stays safe, and the people that are actually protesting and care don't get completely washed out by these people. But anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to see you next time. Hope you're doing well. Why? Starving why? Shum.